Good afternoon, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's Trading Floor. It is April 3rd, and we've had more of a quiet session today. After seeing a lot of excitement come into the grains over the last few days since that USDA report, the market was a little bit tame today. Corn ended up 3 1/4 higher. Beans down about 4 1/4. They can go down. And wheat up about a penny. So it was more of a quiet session, and there was a lot of information thrown at us today in the grains. So things that could have and maybe should have moved the markets, that we just didn't see it. First off, Rosario Grain Exchange. We saw an early jump in the grains today, corn and beans, in a matter of minutes. We saw some big buying come in. Rosario Grain Exchange revised production numbers. So it is a grain exchange revising production numbers, but beans from 44.5 down to 43.1 million tons. So once again, a revision lower for beans. We saw beans jump more than 12 to 13 cents in a matter of moments. Corn, 19.8 down to 19.7, so a small revision lower. That's 19.7 million tons. So little revision lower there. So it was supportive for corn and beans. So we saw that support come in early and push us to some pretty good levels. And we settled back down to right about where we had opened. Then around 10:30, we had Informa come out, and they did go ahead and raise corn acres and lowered bean acres. So corn, 96.4 million acres. It's definitely above what USDA came out with, just a little lower than 96 million on Friday. So we're looking for another 500,000 increase there for corn. And then beans. They've 74.2, and that is actually, they're looking at it as a decrease in bean acres. But as far as what USDA let out here on Friday, it's actually going to be an increase of about 300,000 acres. So a slight increase there on beans from USDA's numbers. But the market didn't have a lot of reaction to that either. Then we had the Fed come out at 1 o'clock today, and basically released a statement saying that there's going to be no immediate action right now for any quantitative easing. They don't think we need it. The dollar started rallying significantly. The dollar up 60 cents right now at 79.50. We saw a good jump there, but once again, a lot of these markets didn't react. So if the dollar can stay strong today, and if we see that stronger again tomorrow, we may see some money come off the table. Maybe a risk-off type mentality now that the funds are extremely long in the beans. And they're long in the corn. They're long in basically everything. Are they going to ease back on some of their positions? We'll have to see if that's the case. The last time the Fed had did this and the dollar ran higher, it took us the very next day, the dollar was back down again, and we were trading grains higher again. So it really wasn't a big deal. So it's almost a show me the money type mentality where we got to see the dollar stay strong and maybe break back above that 80 level before you start seeing some risk off type mentality here from the funds. But that dollar did affect crude oil. Crude down about $1.20 right now, sitting at 104.06. So back down to that 104 level. The stock market down almost 100 points right now, so that's pushing a little lower. But the metals get hit the hardest when we see the dollar rally. Gold down $37 right now. Silver's breaking back about 56 cents, and that's keeping the metals under pressure quite a bit. As far as livestock, fat cattle down about $1.15, putting the Aprils down to 119.75. The Junes down to 115.95 right now in Junes. A lot of guys' target is between that 114, 115 area. We had a low today of 115.40. So this is early from when we thought we could see a bottom come into the cattle. And here we are sitting down near a lot of these targets. So keep an eye on that. We got to see what cash does this week, see if we can turn that around yet. But still trying to find a low in here and continuing to see some sell paper come through. Same thing in the hogs. A lot of guys talking a bottom yesterday with a big rally in the hogs late in the session, but down about 75 cents today. Aprils are sitting at 84, with June's at 91.45. And usually, as we get into this first week of April, we do see more of a bottom in here. So we're trying to pick bottoms right now. But once again, Iowa, Minnesota prices here at midday, we're down another 22 cents. We're still waiting to see that cash turn and start to form more of a bottom. Well, we'll see futures probably come shooting out of here once we do. But right now, things look a little bit weaker as far as the meats, and we'll see if this lower trade does continue throughout the week. Give us a call over here, 800-262-7538, with any questions you guys have. A lot of this stuff right on the web, Allendale-inc.com. Hope you guys had a great day today. Have a great rest of the week.